What's up, y'all? It's KingBritneyChanel. You already know. So today we're going to be talking about Kevin Jr. and an incident that he had with Kevin Hunter. Y'all know, the estranged husband of Wendy Williams and also the father of Kevin Jr. He had a little incident. Before we get into it, definitely make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope y'all enjoy my video.
I already know. It's your girl, Brittany Chanel.
Alright, y'all, so I'm sure y'all have seen the reports already. If not, thank you for joining me so I can tell y'all about, give my commentary on this whole situation with Kevin Jr. and his father, Kevin Hunter. Okay, so this whole situation with Wendy and Kevin and how it bubbled up into the media, the Daily Mail was following, this whole situation very closely. So we got to see, rumors and allegations of infidelity, babies, being had on Wendy and stuff like that. So it's just the way that he disrespected her in the media, because it doesn't seem like he really was trying to keep that under wraps. You all on the, poolside and in the, the beach or whatever, Sharina with her son hat on and y'all and all of that, like, and then just the cars, her walking around like, the full Marilyn Monroe, with diamonds and jewelry. So I have to imagine that, Wendy's son, Kevin Jr., has had to see that. And you seeing your dad doing that to your mother, and you seeing your mom in a vulnerable place, because typically kids is going to be there for their mother because of the nurturing and things that your mother gives you. They're going to see that. They're going to feel some type of way about you when they're seeing that. And what I've noticed, from this whole situation, the allegations of him asking for child support and stuff like that, and this young man is grown, it just really just seems like he's just a grit, and by he I mean Kevin Hunter. He just seems like a grit individual. Now let's talk about what's going on. So TMZ and other news outlets, honey, they've been talking about this, and it says Wendy Williams' son arrested for punching father. And typically when it comes to sons, and I notice, they don't like to see their mothers in distress. Okay, I've noticed that. Like me myself, I will run them down for my mom. Like I will be more, like, it just depends on your relationship with your parents. Some people is more cool with their dad, some people is more cool with their mom, but I know I would run it down for mine. Now it says 11:02 a.m. Law enforcement sources told TMZ Wendy's son Kevin was arrested for assault. Now it makes sense why Kevin Sr. said he was not interested in pursuing the matter legally. And he know how crazy it would have him look if he was to, pursue this type of stuff against his son. Like, he already looks grit in the media, but you would look, first of all, if he trying to get child support and spousal support, that would totally cancel out, him trying to get any of that. So it seems like it could be for, selfish motivation anyway, on why he doesn't want to, pursue that. And then furthermore, if he was the provoking agent to that situation, that would be another reason why he probably didn't want to go forth with anything, and then, the number one reason probably being that it's his son, and how crazy is that gonna look? Like, your son will be ultimately probably done with you. You pull some stuff like that. At least if I was somebody's child and they put me in a headlock and I punched them in the face to get out, and they prosecute, oh nah, I could not have no more relationship. It would be over. Now it says sources with knowledge of the argument say Kevin Sr. has urged his son for a long time to carve his own path to success. And then they also say, we're told things bubbled over Tuesday night when the conversation continued, and Sr. told Jr. he needed to work hard on his own and without Wendy's handouts. But if you're asking for, I guess, child support so that he can pursue college, isn't that somebody carving out their own future, attending college, like, so that they can figure out what they want to do with their life? Like, isn't that the purpose? And he got some nerve talking about Wendy's handouts when it seemed like he benefited totally off of Wendy, period. Because Wendy, if you think about her career, Wendy was already on radio, and she talks about that in her memoir and stuff. Prior to meeting him, she was already on radio, already doing her thing. So if anything, like, sir, did you carve out your whole lane? Because if y'all even look at what Charlamagne was saying, and I hate to even, even refer to Charlamagne due to just all the allegations on Charlamagne, but Charlamagne has said something that was true. When you think about, Wendy Williams, you didn't think about Wendy Williams Hunter. You thought about Wendy Williams, like her. So we only know of him due to her. So the nerve of him to even be talking about carving out your own lane when the reports were saying that he initially did not even want to get a divorce from Wendy, probably so he could have had the best of both worlds, access to Wendy's money and everything she had going on, and to be able to gallivant around with the girl Sharina. In my opinion, so the nerve. So, and how is that a handout, and that's the boy's mother? It would be a handout to you because now you're the estranged husband, and now you have to go actually, put some real work in as a manager. Before it's like, okay, that's your wife, so therefore, stuff was probably a little easier. But now getting clients outside of that, it's the same thing when I think about the whole Safari and Nicki Minaj situation. How Safari was, he claimed he was working with Nicki, and then people was trying to, I guess, rock with him on the strength of that, and it just doesn't seem like anybody who has tried to work with him outside of that has, really popped or done anything. And she, Nicki Minaj is one of the hottest female artists, that has been out. So that's how I felt like that. When people are in relationships with people, I don't really take their managerial skills seriously. That's what I'm really trying to say. I don't take their managerial skills seriously because you're kind of around because you're in a relationship with the person. It's not like a person who has no relationships to these people. They're just known for grinding and networking and that sort of stuff and making stuff happen. I would have more respect that way. But then you telling your son about handouts, that's crazy to me. Now it says, Kevin Hunter tells TMZ, I love my son very much and I will not be pursuing this matter legally. Things are not always how they appear. But they've been telling us, things was good in Huntersville and everything was good and they're not how they're looking. And then we find out everything that how it was, or the way it was looking was what was going on, so whatever that means. And it says, Wendy Williams' estranged husband, Kevin Hunter, and their son, Kevin Jr., got in a fight early Wednesday morning, and the police were called, sources tell TMZ. We're told the incident went down at a store parking lot near the family home in New Jersey. Sources connected to the family tell TMZ Wendy took 18-year-old Kevin Jr. to the home. He was there to pick something up. And I can understand that. Typically, like if your mom is really not dealing with your dad, people who have divorced parents, sometimes they send you as the broker or the go-between. And you might be like, okay, I'm going to go to the house. And then, your mom be looking like, if your father asks about me, don't tell him none of my business. And, that sort of thing that goes on. So pretty much, I can understand that. So sources connected to TMZ, or to the family, tell TMZ Wendy took 18-year-old Kevin Jr. to the home. He was there to pick something up. Wendy left and was coming back a short time later to pick him up. So they go on to say, we're told Kevin Jr. did not know his dad was in the house. And then a lot of y'all, from what I was seeing, like on different videos, they was like, what was he doing at the family home? Is Wendy and him really split? But who knows, they still have that. I guess, that was a joint kind of property. Like, so It wasn't like that was her personal place he was at. That was a joint property. I think that they said they were getting ready to sell from the reports last time I saw. So if they're in a divorce and that was a community property, it doesn't seem weird to me that he would be there. So I don't know. When I say community, I mean like a joint property, like a communal property. Anyway, so it says they were told Kevin Jr. did not know his dad was in the house, but they were also told everything was cool between them, and they ended up going to the store together just after midnight. So they were also told in the store parking lot they got into an argument over Kevin's demand for spousal support. So what I see with this whole situation, I see a young man that is probably frustrated. You done probably seen your mother in some real serious situations with your dad. You probably got love for your dad, but you probably do not want your mother to diminish emotionally, physically, or anything else any longer. You like, listen, why are you going for that when you know everything that she's going through, kind of. And I like men, you know, young men, they finna push the envelope for their manhood. So he like, you know, why are you putting her through all of this? You know, she was in the sober home and all of that. Wendy was on the TV crying and stuff. And, you know, we seen her at a real bad place. And so imagine only what her son is seeing. And then you adding on top of that, asking for spousal support, child support, and putting him in between, you know, using that as a barter chip. Because a lot of times men always talk about the children, women using the children as a barter or, you know, a pawn. But it seems like that's what he's doing here, because this young man is way too old for a child support situation. Why is he taking Wendy through all of this spousal support, like as if he actually even deserved any of that, knowing what he was doing? And basically, Kevin Sr. launched and claimed Wendy was brainwashing their son against him. And this is what pisses me off when these fathers be out here being foul. Ain't nobody brainwashing these kids. They have eyes. They have a mental capacity. They see. Kids are like sponges. They absorb. They look at the experience. That's how they learn, you know, that this world could be a cold, cold world sometimes. So he's seeing his mother on the floor of the closet probably crying. You know, I'm just speaking hypothetically here. I'm not, you know, I don't know Wendy's situation or whatever. But I can imagine, as, you know, a child growing up, you see this stuff. You know, he know more than what the public know. So it's always after you done first of all, men need to understand this. You forfeited your family when you decided to cheat. So you put yourself in a situation where you damage the relationship between your kids, you damage the relationship between your wife, and you created a mistrust for you. So then you're going to talk about the mother brainwashing. He saw you. Kids, watch. He saw you. So, sir, get out of here. And then it says, our sources say, well, you know, TMZ, their sources say, it got physical when Kevin Sr. allegedly put his son in a headlock. So why did you put your hands on the young man? And then they were told that Kevin Jr. punched him in the nose to break the hold. So therefore, once you put your hands on somebody, you open up the door for whatever they do to you, because that's self-defense. So he couldn't even have pressed no charges legally anyway, because the way that they are reporting this is that he allegedly put his son in a headlock, and the son punched him to get up out the headlock, and that's very aggressive. So if you like that, you know, allegedly with your son, we can only imagine what the heck could have been going on with frail Wendy. You know what I mean? We can only imagine. What are y'all's thoughts about this situation? I'm getting ready to get up out of here. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Leave your comments about this in the comment section down below. Do y'all think that the son was, you know, is brainwashed, or do y'all think he just saw everything going on with the mother and the father and their marriage going in, you know, into turmoil? Leave your comments down below, and I will see y'all on the next video.